Welcome back to Forbidden Knowledge News. I'm your host, Chris Matthew. Tonight, my guest is Dr. Angela Wilson. Before I bring her on, just a couple of announcements. You can always get new episodes free on Rokfin, Odysee, and all podcast platforms. And go check us out on Rokfin. This is where you get our premium content, our regular shows, and all the awesome podcasts from every creator on Rokfin. And you can now get all the amazing new podcasts from the Forbidden Knowledge Network all in one place. That's forbiddenknowledge.news, our website. You're going to get podcasts such as Inception Podcast, hosted by Gloria Canning, Raised by Giants with Ryder Lee, Day Zero with myself, Charlie Robinson, Cory Hughes, XCube 420, and a fifth rotating host. You got Understanding Propaganda, hosted by Cory Hughes, and Dawson Time, hosted by Ryan Dawson and Cory Hughes. And like I said, you can get those all in one place, our website, forbiddenknowledge.news. Finally, you guys know about C60 Purple Power. If you don't, go check them out right now. Click that link in the description. It may be the most powerful antioxidant known to man. It has helped me with so much inflammation, energy, sleep, well-being, and you can get C60 for your pets. Your pets can feel just as good as you do. Click the link in the description and you get 10% off your order plus free shipping. Today I want to welcome Dr. Angela Wilson. She is a holistic researcher and solution provider on the root cause of human tragedy and earth misery. As a public figure, she is known as the authority of the largely inaccessible unconscious mind, the crux of personal tragedy from the cradle to the grave, and world misery. She's the first person who connects consciousness with unconsciousness and merges them to activate the infinite human potential. Dr. Angela, welcome. How are you today?
Yeah, great. And thank you for having me on your show. And you guys are a hero.
Oh, no, like I was telling you before, you're the real hero. We just kind of bring these real heroes to the forefront so everybody can see. But I thank you so much. I'll pay you later for that, by the way. Just kidding. No, but right now, more than ever, we need to break free from this control system that's destroying our health and livelihood in every way imaginable, like from our food and water and air to our toxic environment, harmful frequencies, and mind control systems through our television, cell phone, computers, electronics. We're being ambushed from all angles of our physical existence, and you have actually some amazing solutions and information that can help us break free from this control system and help reach our full human potential. Now, this is your first time on the show, of course, so I'd love to hear more about your background and what really got you started down this path.
Okay, yeah, that's a very good question. So basically, since my birth, I was living in the fear of death, living in the fear of control. So I was born unwanted. My mom tried to drown me to death at my birth, and I survived. There may be several reasons why I survived. But the good thing is, I was following my doctor parents in their daily routine when they, deal with patients, outdoor patients, indoor patients. So as a toddler, I didn't have a typical childhood like other kids. So my childhood was with medical professionals or the adults. So I saw unusual things, as a child. I saw death every day. I saw newborn baby die with 2 years, beautiful girls and 2 years on the cheeks and born dead. And I saw all these powerful people, rich people, suffer exactly the same like the vulnerable and poor. So that brought me questions, why human being like that, and life is not pleasant. Although I was abused physically, emotionally, mentally every day, but I didn't see all those success people, adults, enjoying the life. They have no difference. Their experience have no difference. They suffer, like I suffer. Yeah, so I ask myself, why human being like that? And meanwhile, I was able to see two images. When I saw the nurse, the doctor passing through me, and sometimes I stopped her. I said, uncle or auntie, do you remember me? I just saw two images. They got shocked. They said, How you can remember me? But I remember, I know them long time ago. I saw different faces, yeah. And then one day my father told us, nobody can change destiny. I remember when I was 6, my father took out a notebook. That day he was so excited that I thought that maybe I got lucky and got some candy. But who knows? He started to read the destiny of all kids. I didn't really understand what about me, but I knew they didn't like it. So that time, I was 6. But one of my sibling, who was 2 years older than me, and this was told she will have a miserable life after 40. Everyone look at her, and I saw her face. Her face make me angry. It's like vulnerable. It's like the fish you bought from the market, live and put on the kitchen board and waiting for being cut into pieces. I hate it. I hate it. But meanwhile, I hate my father at that moment. I was thinking how brutal. You tell us the miserable future. I didn't think it's right. My mind was not like a kid's. I basically the old soul in the little body. And I look at my father and I ask how to change it. My father looked at me like I'm an alien. He said nobody can change the destiny. That freaking me out because I was discriminated, I was controlled, I was abused every day. I was the basically slaved every day. So I think I don't understand what you talk about my future, but to me the reality is the future because you said nobody can change it. So there's a time actually awakening moment for me to really want to make sure I have nothing can control me and no power over me. There's a time I start to make a delicate, diligent practice every day on my body system. I call it a mind matrix. Matrix means a system. My system, mind matrix is a system controlled my mind. So I try to figure out how to work, definitely I will not get into trouble every day because before I already practiced since my birth. I already recognized I didn't like the tension inside me. I remember when I was 2 years old, 2 year and a half. One day when my mom beat me so painful in public, I think in the inside the pharmaceutical, the grocery shop inside the hospital. I told myself, I said, maybe it's the time I need to tell her I'm angry, I'm not happy, and stop it. If you don't stop it, I will go into revenge. You can see this is not the self-talk as a child. It's an old soul. So I decided to look back, and look at her, look directly into her eyes with the look, with the meaning I won't send to her. Stop it, otherwise I'll revenge. You know what I saw? I saw her eyes, facial change, and also body move, and also the energy. She won't kill me. I recognize. My God, that's what put me in danger because I was a toddler. I was not a big person, although I'm an old soul. So that's the time I recognize no. I cannot release all my emotion outside. That's dangerous. But I don't like the feeling, the energy like a volcano, all this emotion inside my body. I can feel that any like a wave, and impact my organ. Not healthy, not good. So basically, every day I was practice. But at the time when my father said nobody can change it, I told myself I have to get rid of it consistently and also want to get rid of it immediately. No chance to get it back. So you see, we take a break. We take a break when we have a meeting, yeah, when we go to party, even when even we are busy kissing, we still take a breath. We know how to take a breath. There's a time when I was 6, I found out we have the functional ability. We're able to get rid of any intention, any tense, energy immediately by activate the multi-dimensional level of perception and move the energy around. That's exactly where the hacking the hacker come from. So along all my whole life journey, I'm 50. I'm exactly 50 now. So I spent half century working on this thing, just to make sure I'm not in control. So basically, when people worry COVID-19, we are in control, what will happen in the future, to me, I already worry about half a century ago. You see, so it's not about the fear, uncertainty of future. Everything is predictable if we are prepared and we have the skill to deal with it. To be honest, COVID-19, I don't want to say COVID-19 is good, but if we have the ability to really understand how our body, our mind matrix works, we are able to pivot our success regardless what the environment change. Does it make sense?
Yes, that makes very much sense. And I guess you would definitely say that our mental and emotional state have a huge effect on our physical health and our physical body, and especially with all the outward stresses and things that are coming at us right now in this time that we're living in. If we don't address those, it's just gonna make us fall apart, basically, right?
Yeah, that's right. And what happens? How all this overwhelming uncertainty come from? Do you want me to share with that?
Yes,
Maybe I
please.
can write it. Okay. Since our birth, yeah, we are already conditioned in the physical part, reptilian brain. Reptilian brain and trigger us living in the survival mode. Yeah, and that reptilian brain connect with the unconscious mind. You can see the picture behind me. The 80% is unconscious mind, but most people confuse a mixed with an unconscious mind with a subconscious mind. So most people working on subconscious mind, which is emotion, like a meditation, actually is working on subconscious mind. But subconscious mind and our consciousness and our whole physical body is controlled and monitored by the unconscious mind, which connects with reptilian brain. So if we want to freedom, want to liberate ourselves, we have to working on what unconscious mind control us: consciousness, emotion, and physical body. So we need to working on these three components. That's it.
I see. Now, so for people who are just realizing that the unconscious mind and our subconsciousness is dictates a lot of our health, and they want to start looking into some of these techniques and practices. What is the best? Where should they start? With this Hacking the Hacker program.
I share with you I have several people ask me what's the step 1, step 2, step 3. So my question to that is, okay, can you tell me how you breathe? Because we learn how to breathe at the time when we born, right? So we need to make it our nature, so we can work on our consciousness, our believing system, our knowledge. Same time with working with our emotion, working our physical body. So from conscious level, these three parts should be work at the same time, simultaneously. Yeah? Because when you are working simultaneously, you will recognize sometimes what you think is right is not correct, because it doesn't. It's like you play piano. Yeah? Your fingers have to move smoothly. You need to practice move smoothly to make a beautiful song, right? And it's the same. It's like you take a breath. When you're busy kissing, you also know how to adjust how you breathe.
You're right. I play guitar, and it's when I kind of stop trying so hard and just kind of lose myself and go into the feeling and the emotion of what I'm playing, it comes out so much better, and it's so much easier. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and the conscious level, what happens is most people put it like this. Most people, they want to learn more things, they want to have more potential, but meanwhile they have a mindset is that I need to feel safe. I don't want to lose control. Where this come from? This come from reptilian brain. The real reason behind is not about safe or not. It's about if we take another step, Yeah, and what's the emotion behind connected with it that can trigger our discomfort, and that make us do not feel comfortable. So
That
what
makes sense.
I recognize since childhood practice is I just accept whatever comes in the whole universe. Put it like this, like you mentioned, the system control, yeah, brainwash, all this. Put like this, we cannot change external world, can we? We cannot. But if we just pick up what is happening in the external world, what come to our emotion, we feel angry, we feel hopeless, and we want to fight. Am I right? But we
Yeah.
know we cannot fight because that can put us in trouble.
Yeah, it's like you were saying earlier, lashing out against these negative energies, it only feeds it. It only feeds the negative energy that you're trying to go against, and it'll just make things worse. And you see that
That's
in
right.
every situation.
That's right. You look at the human's history. There's so many heroes. They fight, yeah, take over the control of the power. You know what happens in them? Most of them either murdered, either die painful, have a severe health issue. I'm going to share with you why it's like that. Because this is a trap. This is a trap of the whole matrix. The real control of the matrix is not human being. Even we think that we are controlled by the system, but who controls the system? We maybe think because of governor, but remember, everyone have a reptilian brain. So everyone actually is a victim of their own unconscious mind. If they are not a victim, they should live a healthy life, no stress, no worries. But they have worries too. They have stress too. Can you see that?
Yes.
So basically, if we think of when you fight and we are in control and we want to do this, do that, but on the other side, they also have fear and worry. But both sides actually are the victim of our reptilian brain, connecting with unconscious mind. So how to free from us? The answer is not inside human being. Society, which is energy with a low vibration. Our physical body is also energy with a low vibration. There is no matter. Einstein already said that. Yeah, we just want to practice, master how to practice his concept into our daily life and make best out of it. And I want to show you this one. I print this
Yeah.
out. Okay, this is a book from Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Okay, many people read this book, but all got wrong. And I picked up some important information from this book. And it said, let me read it, then I show it. Okay, number one, quote, I don't cause all the misery of the world. On the other hand, I boost it. So all our questions, answers is here. But who is the I? Yeah, many people interpret the I is okay, the system. I share with you, yes, system, but not the system of human being. Because everyone, as long as we are physical, we are in the human body, yeah, physical reality, everyone have a reptilian brain. Everyone is a victim. So what is the I? At the high level, we can use it as, we can refer it as an ecosystem. Put like this. Many of us eat meat, right? Cow, yeah? Pig, chicken, we eat them. They all suffer. But as a human being, we have more consciousness, yeah? And we think we don't want to be controlled. But chicken also feel the same way. Cow also feel the same way. But they are slaughtered by human beings. So we actually are part of the universal system. But if we do not want to be the victim, we have to working on different level of energy. But your question maybe many of your audience maybe have a question about this. Why ecosystem let human beings suffer? Very simple. Because to ecosystem, universe need to make a balance. We are just one species. like other animals, although we are more intelligent, more advanced. This is why a reptilian brain is embedded in our DNA. But if we do not want to be the victim, yeah, what we do, we just need to work consciousness, emotion, and our physical body, align all these three parts as one energy power to push through. When we are able to do it, no unconscious mind, any energy, use unconscious mind to trigger us, it doesn't work. I practice since childhood. And many successful people, billionaires, they all end up in misery. You know why? They try to work on balance, working life balance or business, career, personal life balance. It doesn't work long. Why? Put like this. -1, yeah, +1 means what? 0, means nothing. And people always talking about the yin yang, need a balance like a yin yang. I'm 22nd generation of Taoism energy, yin yang. I share with you. I testing everything. Yin yang means yes, you juggling between the balance, but at the end is 0. What happens? At the time when we leave the body, we were going to leave the earth, right? And we are the soul infinite. We need to move on. But if we end up 0, even we do our best to make the balance, end up 0. Means what? We are not able to control our next level, next trip, because we will be taken by the ecosystem. This is here. You said, let me read the number 2. I merely move in and occupy the unused space of the mind. I'll show you. What is the unused space? Unused space of the mind is the unconscious mind. But point is, in that book, there are a lot of setup. This book is an interview between the interviewee and the interviewer. Napoleon here interviewed this ecosystem, use the word devil. I don't want to use the word devil because devil can trigger the negative energy. It's just an ecosystem. So this book, in the interview, a lot of setup. Can you imagine if the so-called ecosystem devil, they want to control human being, but meanwhile you ask how to get rid of their control, of course they will not tell the truth. This is exactly why so many successful people who love Napoleon here and read the book all still cannot have solution. Yeah, you can find the download link, PDF download link on my website, pastliberty.com. On the bottom, you can see the blog. You type the words, the book name, you'll find the download link.
Very interesting.
I share with you, and I listed the pages, number, even here. That's so important. And here, number 4 or number 3, I add to my power to appropriating the mind power of earthbound as they come through the gate at the time of death. This is why Hacking the Hacker is teaching how you actually take over the negative energy as your power, transmute it, add to your power, so you are able to shift into another level of success, rather than being used. If we wanted to kill the enemy, we want to know how enemy try to kill us. Then we take over their power and transmute it into light and be our power. Yeah?
Yes. Now I want to get into how we can actually implement this, but first I want people to understand what exactly the reptilian brain is, and do you think that this is something that was introduced whenever we come into this physical body, that we have a reptilian brain, or are we meant to have this?
I know what you mean. For me to do all the research my whole lifetime, you can imagine I definitely researched the reptilian brain, where this come from. Yeah. Okay, there are different conspiracy. I think you may already know what I mean. Yeah. about a reptilian brain, a reptilian in the people, reptilian whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, put it like this. If we have a reptilian brain, that means we are part of a reptilian. We cannot see that reptilian people and reptilian brain in every human being have no connection. Am I right?
Yes.
So, in order to put like this, in order to free from our the suffering, it's better not to accuse where our DNA come from, but to find solution, because there are different setup. Otherwise, we were going to talk about different dimension, how it's controlled. It's so big. We don't have enough talk about that. And what I recognize, so many people on the journey try to live on the freedom. They spend the whole lifetime try to figure out the things, try to find out the why, to the end still have no control of the life. I was checking everything. And I recognize if I focus on searching, then I lost the track. My purpose is, I knew I'm controlled. I have personally, I have reincarnated so many times. By what? By controlled by the ecosystem. Because of this, I have reincarnated so many times. You know what happens? Every time when I reincarnate, every time I lose my social power, status, and my wealth. And this life, I born into my victim's family, and I was even homeless. So if we focus on driven by the emotion or consciousness and searching for the answer, but for God, we generate the power, assets, we is a trap again. And mind you, and not everyone have a reincarnation on Earth. I want to mention that. Some younger souls are not have a reincarnation. Yeah, right. My research cover everything. I'm currently working on my stage show and documentary film and drama film. So I will release all my stories so everyone can learn from my experience.
That's great. Now, to kind of wrap that up to describe what this where the reptilian brain comes from and what is the ecosystem, would you kind of describe it as like an archonic parasite system, or maybe like as some say the demiurge or something along those lines?
Okay, put like this. I think you may already know there are different dimensions, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for humans dimension, the Earth dimension where humans live is a very low vibrated dimension.
Mm-hmm.
In order to keep the low vibration energy, because low vibration energy can shape the form of human body shape, right? So in order to keep this vibration low, and enough negative energy have to be created. Where this negative energy come from? Negative energy come from our reptilian brain connected with unconscious mind and trigger our consciousness, our emotion, our physical body suffer. So basically suffering, human being suffering is a part of the human experience controlled by ecosystem in order to provide enough negative energy so the world can run. Do we like sex? Do we like a party? Do we like drinks? Do we like show off different dress and makeup? We like it, right? Just like a coin, there are two sides.
Mm-hmm.
I explain this way, I interpret this way, just want everyone understand, do not need to get angry with the environment we live. If we get angry, we are trapped as a victim. We will victimize ourselves. So what we do, we live in the matrix, big matrix. But remember, our body is a matrix. Our family is a matrix. Family member, husband, wife, children fight, argue. Am I right? And create also negative energy. They also have a beautiful moments, love each other. Yeah? And the community is a matrix. Nation is a matrix. Industry is a matrix. Everywhere is a matrix. We cannot get rid of matrix like what I think his name is called Morpheus, yeah? From the
Morpheus,
movie,
yes.
Yeah, Morpheus. Morpheus basically said, you need to choose a red pill or blue pill. No,
Yeah.
this is a trap. It's a trap. We ourselves is a matrix. What we need to do, smart way is to do, is we understand and master the game of the matrix, and we take most use of the matrix through our own mind matrix. We only need to control one thing. What is the one thing? Our whole body matrix. Once we are able to utilize, and master the game in our whole body mind matrix, we are free, because we understand we are not the body. We are soul living in the body, use the body as a medium to have human experience. Does that make sense now?
Yes. Yes, and I'd love to hear some of the practices that I understand you started at an early age with some of these energy practices that you use to get an understanding of and bring you to where you are today with your understanding of the nature of reality and energy and how this all works.
Yeah, basically, the process is like this. If everything, we have senses, yeah? Whenever you use our eyes or sense or feeling, whatever, if we feel something not right or feel uncomfortable, or put like this, if you don't feel your energy flow, breathing, you don't have the sense of breathing inside the body, there's something wrong. And this is the time need to adjust that. That's exactly what I work with clients. Hacking the hacker basically help every client remove all the blocks they didn't know even exist. Because I read the unconsciousness. I know how the unconsciousness trap control. And then every time when we're working on that, then what happens? Then we actually open another door, open one perception, one perception, one perception. We can do as fast as quick, as fast as we want. But then even we do fast, we can still need to working, focus all the energy moved forward, like you play guitar, right? If you can improve very fast, it means what? You need to relax, not feel the tension, yeah, anxiety, yeah. And you need, but meanwhile, consciousness, you need focus. Emotionally, you need detach from what? From the anxious, want to get it done now, but replace with the enjoyment, be present. Make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. And that could be implemented in everything that you're doing.
That's exactly what hacking the hacker. Hacking the hacker working with what? Any angle from cradle to the grave, in business, in career, personal life. So many people think I can only do one thing. For example, if they use meditation, yes, you spend 2 hours to do meditation. What happens? You lose 2 hours to do the business, to play guitar. We don't need to do that. What we need to do, we use our conscious mind, eye, conscious mind, juggling so many balls at the same time, and make it a beautiful music inside your body, the energy flow. That's exactly what I teach. COVID-19, and there's so many people, oh, no chance, and what's the future? I share with you. My dream want to become a property developer when I was in 20, now come true. I also develop property now. Can you see? Buy land and build houses and have a joint venture. But I never got the chance when I'm in 20. But so many people also already know this. But why they're not inside that space? And even in the inside space, they feel stress, worry. I don't have all that. Because I'm free from the unconscious mind, I can totally focus. I also buy and sell business. I'm going to share with you one thing. If I'm lucky, I hope I'm lucky, I actually want to buy a funeral company. You know why? Because I recognize so many people die painful, and then no funeral company can really teach them what I teach. So I think it's better to buy a funeral company. So it's better to make it a franchise, then I can have people when they die, then pass to higher level, not then trapped. What happens?
Yeah.
I share with you here. What is number 5? Number 5. What is written here? 98 out of 100 people who come back to my planet from the Earth planet are taken over by me. Their mind power are added to my beings. I get all come over with any form of fear. Can you see? page 63. So I think for me, someone working on global peace, I think I help people, young kids. So I'm working towards to set up a foundation for help kids global franchise. But meanwhile, I help people who are getting older and dying. Help two ends. So yeah.
I think that one of the biggest things, especially right now with our horrible medical industry and pharmaceutical industry and all the things surrounding that one of the best practices we could get into is self-healing and along with everything that you're teaching, but the possibility that we can heal almost anything is something that our medical and pharmaceutical companies in this field would not want the public to know, and that's possible, right?
Okay. I think you mentioned something very important. I'm happy for you to mention that. I share with you. We live in the ecosystem on Earth, and on Earth, what is driving the system moving forward is economy, and medical industry is a big economy. So we have to have medical system. Put like this: if we suddenly crashed by the car, we need the doctors, we need surgeon, right?
Yes.
But in
Definitely.
order to make the system work, in order to really, put like that, in order to have the whole Earth dimension in the control, like the words you said, we have to set up a different industry. And the medical industry is choosing as the best one to pushing the economy coming through. Especially, we are controlled by reptilian brain, use the unconscious mind working our body. You are right. We can heal, basically can heal everything. But if you look at humans' history and even now, so many healers, psychic, the therapists, they constantly suffering. Yes, they can heal, but they need to spend the whole lifetime on healing. Why? Because they're working on the subconscious mind, not the unconscious mind. Yes, you said, yes, it's true, can heal, but this is temporary. And in the ecosystem is make sure, basically here it said 98%, which means we need to have enough people, percentage of people suffering all the time. If you can heal yourself, put like this, if you can heal yourself, yeah, forever, but the energy you pick, negative energy you didn't pick up, someone else will. Because of the new universe, they have to create something. You think where this COVID-19 come from? Yes, we can see, because some company, some country do wrong thing. Is that true? Yes, at human level. But at the other level is the ecosystem. Let's talk about AI. We are moving to AI age, right?
Right.
Artificial intelligence means what? Many people will lose job.
Yes.
I searched online, 30% will lose job. Basically, 30% rate are jobless. But those other people who are able to have a job still struggling with the mental shifting because all this technology. So many people talk about I'm a technology phobia. But we can use that to actually what? To hack the unconscious mind. I never liked a technology myself, but now I master everything. Whenever some new software come, so I master it and I guide my staff to master it. So use it as a power. Any tool, anything happen in our life can use as what? As a medium to accelerate our own mind power. So we are able to accumulate, generate the assets, energy assets. Use this energy to what? To protect our body. And here, I want to mention to you here, I take over their mind and body even before they die, whenever I can lure them and frighten them into hypnotic rhythm. Why? I said so many people, they try to heal, yes, but that they cannot 100% heal themselves. Because they all working on subconscious mind, emotion.
Yeah, I was
They
hoping
all,
that you could also go over the difference between the subconscious and unconscious mind, because a lot of people don't understand that.
yeah, conscious, subconscious mind is emotion. Sub, you can see the picture behind me. Sub means lower, right? One consciousness means we have awareness, rational thinking. If we suddenly have a car accident, we lost the conscious. Doctor said, oh, he lost the conscious, right?
Hmm. Right.
Then we don't have consciousness. But even we don't, when we do not have consciousness, we still have subconsciousness, have an emotion, but we cannot talk. And you can see people, if they never get education, they consciously, they maybe do not have too much, right? But they still have all different emotions. That's all subconscious mind. Put like this, if we're working on meditation, okay, don't get me wrong, meditation all good. People use meditation, do all these kinds of, to get rid of intention, but they are all from subconscious mind, emotion. Dalai Lama even admit he also have his moments. Means what? He also trapped by emotion. Yeah, I respect Dalai Lama as a guru, but I have to point out what's the difference between my training and the one in the rest in the world. Because Dalai Lama spent the whole life on meditation, right? He is a professional meditation, but he still have the moments. So if we working on the moments, what happens? We will trap in the circle. Ecosystem. Dalai Lama, current Dalai Lama is number 14. Means what? He reincarnated 14 times already. Why we are reincarnated? Because we are triggered by what? Emotion. Emotion trigger reincarnation. Through what? Through sex. So why I'm teaching hacking the hacker? Because when I was born, I recognized this is not the place I want to come. I remember at the time when I was in mom's womb, I didn't know I was in her body. I just desperate want come to be a human. So I thought it's a tunnel. So I knew my mom didn't like me. I was like this as a fetus. I was like, I don't care. You're a woman, you don't like me. I don't care. Bloody, I need to come. I was desperate come to become a human being. But when I come out, holy shit, I'm not a general anymore. I'm little body.
Yeah.
Then I don't carry all my social power, all my position, all my wealth with me. I'm complete control. This is why I'm searching why I lost my social power, lost my assets. So what happened in me will happen to all those successful people. They just didn't have an awakening. But every reincarnation, I didn't care because still feel good, cool, still being served. If you know Brian Wines, who write the book Past Life,
Yes.
I actually want to meet him long time ago, and I wait 2 years, and then finally he came to Australia. I met him. That time I met him. The reason I decided to meet him because I thought I want to ask him as a psychiatrist if he used hypnotic clinical hypnotherapy, because I'm a registered clinical hypnotherapist, yeah, and use that to deal with people who have a bipolar or severe mental health issue. You know what happens? At the time when I look into her eyes, start talking, holy shit, things change. I just want to run. But I know I cannot go, but I just feel I want to run. My soul wants to run. Then I feel my voice start change. I can saw his energy suddenly change. And then second day, I question what happens, why like that? Oh, I noticed. I was connected with him in another life. I actually hurt him badly. I think maybe after 2 or 4 years, I don't remember now. I need to check my email. When I saw Stephen Hawking, the physician in England, die in the sudden, who I supposed to meet. Yeah, I already contacted his office. I just want to wait at the right time when I'm speaking in the London, then I can meet him. Yeah, but he died. Then I worry. Oh, Dr. Brian Wentz is also not young anymore, so I don't want to feel guilty or feel regrets for not apologize. So I sent him an email, apologize. I didn't tell the truth, tell the detail. Why? I don't believe when I tell him the detail, he can handle it. I share with you now. I just apologized to him. I said that I know you already freed yourself, but I still want to apologize to him. You can see he's so busy, he's not young anymore, he will not normally respond. But he responds to me. I will have this in my book too.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, so ecosystem is such a complex of traps. We need to be very mindful. How to be mindful? Very easy.
Now,
if
you were...
practice yourself, yes? Yeah, if you practice yourself, use your whole body. As long as you don't have the sense of bleeding, something is wrong. You have to find the bleeding. But that feeling of bliss is not to hypnotize ourselves. Oh, I think the whole world is beautiful. Everyone love each other, because you rape your own mind, because you can see, you hope everything all right, but the COVID-19, issues still happening.
Right.
Right? That's it.
Yeah. Now you're talking about reincarnation, and how many times you've been back and this person has been back, and I'm sure I've been back plenty of times. Is there a way out? I mean, is there currently?
Exactly what I teach in Hacking the Hacker. In Hacking the Hacker, I share with you. As long as you working on the feeling is pleasing feeling, but not hypnotize yourself as a pleasing feeling. It's like, oh, that person do bad things. Oh, I have to think he's beautiful, but he's not beautiful. He's doing wrong things, right? So you to get the sense of bliss is your ability to transmute energy to the light. How to transmute? Is able to work on different parts of our body. Energy is dynamic, right? So you need to have the ability to follow dynamic change, and your mind is dynamic. So every source you created, every source you connect with others, have to transmute into light. Then use this one automatically, simultaneously can protect your immune system. I don't take any antibiotics. I have the operation on my teeth when I was in 20. I never use antibiotics. I just let the surgeon do the work, and then at midnight, it's so painful. I called the surgeon. He said, "You don't want antibiotics?" I said, "No." Then I started working on it. And I think 3 years ago, I did another one, and they give me antibiotics. It's summer, right? I said, no, I will not take it. They said, if you don't take it, they will infect it. I said, no. But they said, oh, we have to give to you by law. I said, okay, I take it. Then I give it back later on. And they look how it recovered. They said, how could possible happen? I said, that's a practice. And then when I go to the doctor after my eyes here get scratched because I practice boxing. Why I practice boxing? I actually practice boxing to testing the energy. Everything is the energy power. And then one partner actually have the knees scratch on my eyes and get affected, And I went to doctor. Doctor said, "Oh my God, this is infectious disease." He didn't pretend. He just really gets serious. I just look at him. I kept silent. Then after 1 week, he's, how could possible he's negative? I said, I told you numerous times. If you want me die with a certain disease, what you do, you just tell me the detail, describe to me the detail. And I can shift in my mind into the energy zone. I can have myself died within the time frame you give to me. Oh, he was freaking out. That's what I'm saying. You can see the picture, the lady, yeah, it looks like lady, but it is a metaphor for the energy. Every human being's issue can be solved. How to do it? If the energy is this level, yeah, and your problem is this level, you can cover, solve it. But if your problem is this level, you need to shift your energy to this level to cover it. How to do it? Is the bliss energy inside your body, the higher level. Fix all different angles, perceptions, you are able to do it. But most people who working on healing, spiritual, practice cannot do that. You know why? Because they are all trapped into hypnotic rhythm. That's why you can see so many gurus meditate, talking about the meditate, manifestation, law of attraction. You cannot not attract the real bliss feeling if you don't know what's in the universe. Universe energy is everything. We have aliens, demons, all manipulate energy. You know, some people, I don't want to mention name, they talk about their enlightenment, walk on the street, suddenly, they have a powerful energy come to the top of the ground, and they feel enlightened, change. Yeah, you heard about that. Yes. You know what happens? You look at their body, they're not healthy, they have anxiety, depression. Can you see that? Their physical body not healthy. Why like that? I share with you. This is a fake, it's a trap, it's not a real bliss God. I have energy come to me midnight. I believe they think daytime have no chance with me, so they try at midnight in deep sleep, right? But I trained myself so well, even midnight, doesn't matter when you come to me, I know it. What happens? Midnight, I was sleeping, then I feel the energy coming, then I immediately start talking. At the 1 second, I was so excited. Oh, it's good. What else happened to others come to me? Oh, now I can see it really happens. It's true. Then I start asking, you know what happened? They just want to get into my body, give me energy. I was thinking, who you think you are? If you are really real God, why you do not respect me? If you are real God, you respect me, and you will not think you are the God. I have to feel proud and be honored because you give me the energy. Does it make sense?
Yeah, so this is a kind of something that is trying to deceive you by coming in, right?
That's right. What happens? So many people practice the spiritual world. They believe there's a power over them. So when they saw this power, they start be submissive and they're trapped. That's why you can see they get sick. When they get sick, they think, oh, God give me this. God want me to do this. Oh my God, that means you are controlled. I don't buy in that. So I start communication, you know what happened? And I can feel the energy come, you want stronger. It's like someone push your door. Then you behind you stand on this side of the door and you push, hold it. You don't want the person break your door. Then you ask, who are you? They just boom, boom, boom. You can feel, oh, it's an army coming. Then you think, oh my God, you think who you are, you want to conquer me. I'm talking about my matrix, whole body. You do not allow any energy control your body. If energy outside control your body is fake, it's a trap. Because the real power is from you, not from anyone else. I share with you. And then what happens, then when I see all this energy, I think, who you think you are and you won't control me. I was born, I don't want to be controlled. You know what happens? Nobody teach me. So at the time I think, okay, what if they have people come from other part of my body? I don't know. So that time when I thought of this, I started to do this. I started using my mind. I started to vibrate from every cell, the light. Nobody teach me. Automatic. Once you reach that level, practice is automatic, vibrate. I didn't remember how long, but long enough they thought they had no chance, then gone. I'm 50. I'm healthy. Can you see that?
Of course. Oh, yeah.
So that's how amazing. To do it? Like a snowball. You need to make sure, like you put the money in the bank. You cannot see, oh, I need to spend 1,000. I earn 1,000. I spend 1,000 means zero. Yeah. So every day, what you do, make every millions on earth as a human being counts. How to do that? Every source, make every source you working on, you think any project you working on, anything you deal with, anyone you deal with, accumulate more lights for you. This is the essence you can take with you at the time when you leave the body. You know why so many people, when they die miserable? Because they don't have a power. That's why so many people die painful. When you have dying painful, you have no power. How you can like a skyrocket shooting to another dimension? Point is, you don't need to come to reincarnate. You can go to another dimension, but only if you have the chance. Who give you the chance? You don't know if an ecosystem give you a chance or not. I don't live by chance. I live by choice. So I want to make sure anytime I live, I'm able to go to as the highest level I can. If I want to reincarnate, I can. And I will reincarnate still in high position, have a lot of money. But the point is, we have to working on that one. This is why you can see all the billionaires, have an issue. On my website, path2liberty.com, I just uploaded over 30 videos. I have examples about, top rich people, even prime minister, president in Sri Lanka, reincarnated in a poor family. Suffer. And also the famous queen singer from Taiwan, rich, right? She was the girlfriend of Jackie Chan, Kung Fu Master. He's still alive. She reincarnated in Thailand, a poor girl. It suffer.
Right.
And the billionaire Taipong in Macau, yeah, he lived in the life beautiful, like a king. He has so many wives, grandchildren. Around in his 80 years old, he lost all assets, all children working on his assets. You may think why? Very simple. When you're getting old, all those people who were loyal to you, they all getting old and die. And the young generation will not support you. They will support the young generation, your kids, because they are the future.
Yeah.
He lost all control. Even he invested 1 billion Hong Kong dollars. That's what I saw from news. That's all public information, but most are in Hong Kong language. Yeah. He tried to sustain, live longer. At the time when he died, his face is freaking out, scared. When you have a fear, scared, how you can go to the heaven? Impossible. If you reincarnate, definitely not go to good place. I teach all this at different level.
That's
I have
amazing.
different level program. So when people come to me 3 hours with me can save you 30 years effort. I think
That's
it maybe
great.
save you lifetime effort, because you go to wrong direction. That's it.
Yeah. And Dr. Angela, this is fantastic. We only have a few minutes left. I'd like to hear about some of the other services that you offer to people, like soul regression therapy, past life regression, anything else that you do, I Chi readings. You do all kinds of stuff for people.
Yeah, I share with you. That's all my professional background. But all actually now embedded into Hacking the Hacker. Put like this. I used to take people to time travel, not to past life regression. When we say past life regression, means that we assume they have past life, but some people do not. So I take them to the time travel so they can maybe go to their past or go to their future, even how they die. But some clients, when they go past life and another past life, all suffering, actually have more issues, and too much things need to working on, wasting time. That's why Hacking the Hacker now is teach you what? Teach you focus, be grounded on consciousness. You don't need to go to deep level of emotion, because the deep level emotion is energy, is limited, unlimited. So focus on your consciousness and focus on understand how to transmute any emotion into the light, and focus on use your body as a measurement, as a tool to testing if your practice is right. Make it simple. And also, the more ambitious we are, the more we have a chance to shifting our energy to a different level. Why? Because we cannot be brain lazy. If we're lazy, we definitely drifted in the drifting pattern, we'll be taken. But we use our thoughts, ambition to utilize the energy. And most people, when they practice spirituality, they think they need to detach. And the spiritual entrepreneur, they're juggling between, keep a balance, go back to work, but there's still a lot of gaps between the energy alignment. But if you're working on Hacking the Hacker, I teach you how to generate energy snowball. Whatever you do, whatever you think, I just help you identify all the loopholes. Make it easy, simple.
That's awesome. And Dr. Angela, thank you so much for coming on. There's so much more we can talk about, and I'd love to have you back on sometime in the future to discuss that.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Whenever you need me, I'm here for you, because
That's
you are
great.
here to serve the world. You are a hero. I'm just a technician. My technician. I'm all working on on my mission, global peace. Yeah. So and if any of you like you and your audience know there are what is a humanitarian events organizer who are looking for people like me. Yeah, you know what
Yes.
I'm doing? I will share all my skill free, and all the money raised in the events all will on the global call. When for example, if there are some big issues happening in this country or in the war zone, the money will go there. I'm happy to contribute free,
Oh,
because
that's wonderful.
not everyone can afford my service, but I want to help everyone on earth who wants to listen to me, so
That's
they can
great.
free from themselves. So I hope there are events organizers who are on humanitarian, cause, and they're looking for me. I'm happy to partnership, and I don't need any money.
That's great. And your website is pathtoliberty.com, right?
Yes, yeah, and then basically when you click at Dr. Angel Wilson, the page, you will see humanity and peace page. Yeah, I'm Global
Great.
Peace Ambassador.
Great. I'll have all those links in our description so everyone can go directly to there while they're watching this. Dr. Angela, thank you so much again for coming on. Fantastic information. And like I said, we'll have you back on very soon in the future.
It's my pleasure. I love you all. Stay safe.
Thank you. And until next time, everyone, have an excellent evening, and we will definitely talk again tomorrow.